What's up guys, welcome to my new tutorial. Today I'm gonna show you how to mix in Ableton Live. Currently I'm running version 9 of Ableton Live, but I'm gonna teach you sort of the basic elements to mix in Ableton Live. So now we just got two audio channels, but when you open Ableton Live, you will find a situation like this with two audio tracks and two MIDI tracks. So you just have to select the MIDI tracks and delete them, because we are going to use two audio channels. So if you I just like to suggest you to group these tracks, these channels, into a group, because this group will represent the master channel of the entire mix. So this is gonna be named as master mix channel. Then this one is going to be called channel 1, and this other one is going to be channel 2. There we go. So we have to select also expand the master channel. In channel 1 and channel 2 we're gonna select the mixer and the track volume, automation. In the master, we're gonna leave mixer, but instead of track volume, we're gonna include song tempo, and we have to select the range of the tempo we got. So in this case, we got from a minimum of 60 BPM to 200 BPM. But if we're gonna, you know, we're gonna mix on a speed around 138 to 140, but no, I'm just currently changed to, oh, okay, it's good, 139 to 140, sorry. We have to set the master tempo at 140, even if when I will load a track into one of these two channels, it will automatically set the master tempo. So now I'm gonna pick up a music track, um, so I can mix it. Yeah, of course. Let's load it in here, and it's gonna be processed. Okay, in the meantime I'm gonna add also this other track here. Here we go. Let's load. Then of course this is the same technique I use to record my episodes of my radio shows and mixes in general. uh, I just add some effects to each channel. For example, I very often use an EQ8 in Ableton Live. I add it in each channel and turn off for the moment, and use it only when I just need it. So this is this part you can see here is the effect section, and this other one is the sample section where you can scrolling, zooming in the waveform, setting up. In this case, what I'm doing here, as you can see, set the starting point of the track. In this case, the track has not an exactly start point, because it should be in here. So what you're gonna do, what we're gonna do, sorry, is to move this um, this thing here, this you know pointer here, and we're just gonna set up the starting point of the track, so it can result better a better if you know, it will sound better, especially when you're gonna mix it. The tracks will be in tempo, in sync with all the rest of the tracks. Otherwise, they will only sound awful. So you have to correct it. This is because Ableton, when it loads, when loading a track, it operates the quantization of the tracks. So it's pretty accurate, but not perfect. So you have to make perfect manually. This is a sample part where you can edit things like that. For example, this is actually the warping mode activated. This is a really awesome feature in Ableton Live because you can, make your audio tracks like something like this. For example, if I got um, wrong beats in a, for some reason, for some quantizations error, I can correct it manually. So I can, for example, select and set a warp marker on each beat of the track. For you see this is a beat, so I set a warp marker down here, and I set another warp marker down here and here and here, for example, and then etc, etc. And as you can see here, now I can do stuff like this. You see, I can move this single bit here without moving these ones, so I can change, the waveform. Different is if I only set these two, I change the entire. So I make the waveform as an elastic. Uh, but anyway, we can start by doing we start explaining the mixing. Just gonna set up this, the start point over here too. uh, all right, in fact, if we're gonna test it with the metronome, we can see that the track would be completely in time. Just a second. All right, there we go. Then okay, just I'm gonna activate the metronome and see, let's see what do we got. As you can hear, the tempo is perfectly in sync with the whole track. Okay, so basically, what I do in Ableton Live to mix is to set as minus infinite the channel to mixer. Then I'm gonna work on the on the first track. Just have to find the point I will start mixing in the track. So let's check it out. For example, in this part. Okay, uh, but let's check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna. So, for example, you see here, this was an ending of one period of the track. So I think this is a really good point to mix in. So you see, you can hear that. And here comes the next track. So what I'm gonna do here is zooming in the first bit of this other section of the track, and I'm gonna fix it a marker, just as referring, sorry. I'm putting a locator. So this locator will be useful for me to know where the track comes in. So I set it up, and now I'm gonna put this track over the locator exactly at the same point of it. So I know now the two tracks are exactly in time, in sync with the exactly in time. Okay, that's good. Now just have to set some automations here because I have to raise the volume up. Okay, so if now I do something like a test for the the sync part, you can hear perfectly that the two tracks are perfectly in sync. So let's try doing a test of these two. Can you please? Okay, there we go. Of course, in Ableton Live, there's also a feature that allows you to make curves on automations. By pressing just the Alt button, you can just select. Can easily, as you can see here, make some curves for your automations here. You can see that, and I think this is a really awesome feature. But now let's test these tracks. So you of course hear that the tracks are exactly the same as BPM. For example, then if I, for example, have one track, that the first track at, for example, 136 BPM, and down here have a 140 BPM, I can easily select here the range of the BPM from 136 to 140, and then set up one, for example, down here at 136 to up to 140, from the beginning here, from the beginning of the mix till the for example, I can climb this down and let the the tempo de decreasing gradually, or of course I can use even the curve automation, but generally I use the line, the simple line here, to change the BPM, that refers to the master tempo down here. So what I normally use in my sets is to activate an EQ8 down here. Just have to zoom in. Okay, this is off, on, and I'm gonna put you down here to off. Then of course here I have to select my parameters. I have to 1, 2, and delete 5 and 6, bringing 4 here at high frequencies, 3 at mid-high frequencies, 2 at mid-low frequencies here, and 1 at low frequencies down here. But I have to change this on this. Okay, this is pretty cool actually. The same is for the second channel. I'm gonna write here, and then of course pushing you down on here. It's pretty good. All right. The same, 4 at high frequencies, 3 at mid. What the hell? Okay, I'm sorry. There we go. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is to control the, you see here, I will select 1 at gain A, so it will control the amplitude of this one point. So I will control low frequencies with this. If I want to control this 2-1, I will select 2 gain A. If I want to control the 3 gain A, and so on. So actually I'm gonna be back on mixer, and so I will raise a little bit, so I know the tracks are the same time, so I can raise the mixer to a certain level, but I have also to reduce a little bit the level volume of the first channel, otherwise I will obtain a distortion on the master channel. So this is very important to calibrate the volumes. So I'm gonna put this automation down gradually, slowly, to make a fading effect to the mix. There we go. Alright, I think this. Okay, so this part I'm gonna put you down. Okay, just like this. But we can also do the speaker on. Alright, down here, and then activating another time here. Just a second, I just have to check it out because I want correctly. There we go for the end, and okay, that's good. Then we can return to track volume. I can decrease. There we go. The opposite I have to do for the for this track over here. I have to raise it slowly, slowly, and slowly. Here we go. I think this could be pretty fine for, alright, 2.5, and here I suggest you to oh, sorry, yeah, set the volume of each track. I suggest you at minus 0.7 or not more than 0.5 decibels, because otherwise the audio could be distorted or even too much high for here I'm gonna use the wave. Okay, there we go. So now let's just check out how the mix sounds. It should be, it should sound pretty good, I'm pretty sure. What? Okay, that's good. Let's start. you can see that the mix is pretty good now. Then I of course can change the the equalization of each track to make the mix sound even better, but that's your fantasy, and it depends also on the mix. So you can easily do like mixing on a real console, because you can raise up or down the low frequencies, raise up or down the middle frequencies, or up and down also even the high frequencies. So it, it's up to your fantasy, it's up to your creativity style, to your you know to your style of mixing. I sincerely adapt myself, and it depends on the tracks I'm playing. Of course, each track requires its own equalization, and you know it. Then if I wanna, for example, if I have to record an episode of a radio show I'm leading, I can create another audio track when I will put my vocal parts, and then to balancing the master of the whole mix here, to for example raise down the volume of the entire mix. I have to select on this master channel we created before, selecting mixer and selecting track volume. From here I can select the volume of each track that contains this group. For example, if I got 4, 5, 6 channels on this group, this will raise down all your channels in these groups without caring to lowering down each volume of each track. And it can be awful, it can be even pretty annoying. So it's much more easier in this way to raise down or up whenever I want. You can see here the automation, so it's pretty cool. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Hope this tutorial helped you, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.